Hi, this is Bob Mason from FX Empire and welcome to the weekly tech review. This week we'll be looking at Bitcoin and Monero's XMR that just eked out a 0.2% loss last week while the rest of the majors took a tumble. We'll be looking at the MACDs, the moving averages and the weekly support, resistance and pivot levels. It is for the week of the 24th of August. Looking at Bitcoin against the US dollar and the daily candlesticks, it's a bearish start to the week here. Going to need to see Bitcoin move through the pivot at 11,848 to support a run at the first major resistance level, seen at 12,305. Going to need to see support from the broader market, however, for Bitcoin to break back through to 12,000 levels. Plenty of resistance at 12,000. So barring extended rally through the week, that first major resistance level at 12,305 would likely cap any upside. In the event of an extended rally, we've got the second major resistance level sitting at 12,948 and resistance at 13,000 to pin any upside back. Key through the week would be a Bitcoin move through to 12,500. That would be a particularly bullish signal. Failure to move through the pivot would bring the first major support level sitting at 11,205 into play. Barring an extended sell-off, Bitcoin should avoid the second major support level sitting at 10,748. Looking at the MACDs, we've got a widening of the bearish histograms, suggestive of a bearish week ahead following last week's pullback. We're also seeing the 50 EMA begin to top out against the 100 and the 200. So key through the early part of the week would be a break back through to 11,800 and through that pivot level to then target that first major resistance level. Looking at Monero's XMR, it's slightly positive start to the week. Going to need to see a move through the pivot 95.3, however, to support a run at the first major resistance level sitting at 101.72. Going to need to see a broad-based crypto rally for Monero's XMR to break back through to 100 levels, however. So barring an extended rally on the week, we should see that first major resistance level and last week's high 105.85 cap any upside. In the event of a breakout, got the second major resistance level sitting at 112.26 that would likely come into play. Failure to move through the pivot would bring the 23.6% fib at 90 and the first major support level sitting at 84.76. Barring an extended sell-off, however, we should see Monero's XMR avoid a fall through to sub 80s. Got the second major support level sitting at 78.34. Looking at the MACDs, we saw a failed bullish crossover early part of last week and a widening of the bearish histogram suggestive of a pullback with resistance at 100 leading to that reversal. 50 EMA also beginning to top out against the 100 and the 200. So key through the early part of the week would be avoiding a fall through that first major support level and a move back through to 95 levels to then return to 100 and then target a breakout from that first major resistance level.